Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another day of Follow a Sketch February, put on by Sandy Reversky with Scrapping Reflections. So today's sketch is from scrapfriends.com. It's an Australian group apparently, because it's .au I believe, so I believe that's Australian. Anyways, they have a pattern paper. This is showing on the background more of like a zigzag kind of pattern. I'm just grabbing a regular pattern. And then it has double border here. One is going across. The other one is, looks like it's ripped with a little embellishment cluster in the corner. Same thing with a torn down at the bottom. And then it also has like stitching lines in it, and then a mat with your photo, and then a lot of hearts. So I don't know how much, like I'm not going to do the zigzag pattern paper or whatever, but I will do the torn parts above and like the layers of below. Now, I also pulled in a doily because they have a doily in here, and I do have some tags and things. So we'll see how we can recreate. And then this has a single photo. I am doing a double photo. So in honor of Valentine's Day, my daughter-in-law sent me these of Everett this morning on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook those. So I did pull out a whole bunch of my embellishments, hearts, and things like that. And then I do have a doily that I can use. I grabbed Simple Stories. These I got, I think, with a Peachy Cheap collection of all the Simple Stories foam stickers. I haven't used them yet, so I thought this would be great for Valentine's Day. I have a chipboard heart that fell out from yesterday that I'm just going to go ahead and use. These are Remarks, which I believe is Hobby Lobby's brand, but they're kind of a takeoff of this collection, which is Hello Love by Crate Paper. So I don't know if they have a deal with American Craft or whatever, but anyways, they're the same design. So they must have gotten a licensing deal or something. I have these wood veneer that I might be able to use. And then I do have some of the Hello Love from Crate Paper tags that I can get on. I have from Hobby Lobby some of these wood titles that are the Scrabble squares. And then for paper, I picked out this one. I thought possibly we could fussy cut, but I've got a lot of hearts, so I probably won't need to. I have this polka dot paper, I have the hearts paper, and then I have the florals. So I'm thinking I want to use the polka dot paper as my background, and it's got little pink hearts in here. And then I thought I could mat the photos on this and also use it as part of the torn layer. And with this being the darker color, I would probably have this on the bottom layer to separate the lighter colors from each other. And you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead, first of all, and get the branding strips off. And this one, like I said, I'm going to put to the side because I more than likely won't need it, with the fact that I have a lot of hearts embellishments that I have a huge folder of Valentine stuff. And my husband and I, we just don't do the Valentine-y thing. So it's not something that I readily use. But I do like using it for, like, when I'm scrapbooking pictures of the grandkids. Because, you know, they're cute. And I do love them. So it all makes sense to have theirs, using some of the Valentine stuff for them. And if I scrapbook pictures of my kids with their significant others, I have used the Valentine stuff on their pages. So, all right. So we have the branding strip off of this one. And like I said, I start out by matting the photos on this darker paper. And then whatever's left over we'll use for the border at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and mat these. He is becoming such a big guy. I got to babysit him on Saturday. My son and daughter-in-law went out to a friend's house just for a small gathering. And so they weren't even out very long, but they were able to go out to dinner. And then after dinner, they went over to their friend's house and they were home by 10 o'clock. So it's not even like I was up late. But Everett was just a character the whole night. He was just bouncing and happy, and by 7:30, actually by 7-ish, he was already in bed and sleeping. I gave him a bottle and he basically zonked out in my arms, and he was just so easy. My only problem I had been bragging to my sisters earlier in the day how he is like the first baby that I've ever seen that didn't mind getting his diapers changed. Normally, you know, kids will cry and, you know, you think that you were, you know, it was the end of the world to get clean diaper on, and he actually enjoyed it. And then this time, it was like I had to wrestle the kid. He decided that he was, I guess his newest thing is that he wants to roll over on his tummy, and he does not want to cooperate. It was just too funny. Of how he was just, he was a moving and a grooving, and he was like, no, I'm not going to cooperate with you. And then he wasn't happy about getting his little sleep sack thing on. But once I gave him the bottle, then that he gave up the go. But yeah, he was pretty funny. He was like not going to cooperate with any of the changing of the diaper. I literally was having to almost throw myself on top of him to keep him wrangled long enough to get the Velcro on one side to keep it on him. And I'm like, but he's just too cute. All right, so in the sketch, they only had the one edge torn. I'm going to tear both because I like the torn look. And I'm not sure, I'm probably not going to do a lot of layering. I do have the paper pad, so I could look in there to see about tags that they have in the cut-aparts and see if any of those would work. And the other thing that they had in the sketch is the bottom only had one layer. It didn't have the two, so I am going to mimic that just to keep a little bit of the weight from the bottom. So I'm just going to have this one layer down here. And let's see. All right, so that's gonna go down there. I gotta leave, I'm not gonna glue this down yet because depending on what I pull in, I may need room for tags and things. So this has a direction and this is going at the top. So I want the bottom of this one torn, whereas this one I had the top because of where it's located. And we'll just get this torn real quick. And now we just need a little bit of this floral. And I'm thinking like only an inch. And then again, we're just going to go ahead and tear the bottom. So really, this is a really easy, quick design. This is something I like doing. And again, if you want to do the one photo, you can. I tend to put more than one photo on, especially when it's just these. How do you pick between each one? And I don't necessarily want two layouts because, I mean, he's cute, but space is a premium in my house. So by putting them on the same layout, I get the benefit of having both of them in the album. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this first to this strip, just so that enough of it tucks out, and then we'll glue the whole thing down. Okay, so there's the basics of our layout. Now, like I said, there is some cut aparts in here. So let's see what we can pull out. I have actually 3 of these paper pads. I was gifted one, I had bought one, and then somehow I ended up with a 3rd one. They were probably on Hot Buys. So I'm more than happy to get these used up. And let's see. So I want ones that I can stick in that will have a little bit of color behind. So let's see. Let me grab my scissors. So like this tag right here with the marble, I don't really care for the marble, but it gives me a lot of color. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to cut it in half and use half at the top and half at the bottom to mimic the layers that it had. So I don't need the tag part. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. But I do want the color. All right. So we're going to add one there. Maybe like one here. And I'm not gluing them down yet because, again, I can move them around. And we can do these 2. Okay, so this one we have the Happy Valentine's Day. We can use that probably like as a title. So now we have that coming across, and we can add an embellishment up here. And again, it's getting more color in. We still have this marble down here, but now I have this. And I'm thinking I want it more, let's see, do I want it square? I think I want to fussy cut this out. I'm going to leave a little bit of a pink border only because I don't want the white on white, and it's a white, the little tiny hearts. And so if I leave a little bit of the pink border on, it will pop up against that. And so we'll go ahead and add this in. And that will add just another little layer at the bottom. Like that. So now we're getting more of that look that the sketch had. And then the sketch had, we're going to move this up a little. The sketch had a tab coming down. So I want to grab one of these tags that are on here and see if we can add the tag in. Now I also have the ones that are in the packet. So if I don't like this one, because I'm not really 100% feeling this one, I can see what I have in that packet of embellishments as well and see if there's one that's better. And what I'm not feeling on this one is this smaller polka dot. It just seems to be blending in. And I'm thinking that maybe one of these would look a little bit nicer. The only thing I gotta do is make sure it's not directional because of it coming from the bottom. So like this one has the XO, but if I turn it over, I'm losing that whole thing. And same thing with the heart. I don't want to lose it. B mine is directional. This one's directional, and so is this one. This one here is not directional, so I could use this one, and the colors aren't bad. And I kind of like having it a little bit off, and I can add something to it. And what we got in here? It does have some of these three-dimensional heart tags. So I could do like one like that. We'll see. Or I could do the love you. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and glue down. This is for me enough layering to get the feel of the sketch. It doesn't have to be exact. And again, I'm kind of stretching mine a little bit bigger. So we're gonna put that there. We'll get him there. And then we'll do this bottom half real quick. I'm kind of weird when it comes to the grandbabies too. I don't like covering up their toes. There's something about baby toes are just so stinking cute. So I usually try not to, whenever their toes are showing, I try not to cover them up. Okay, so we have that layer. Again, kind of like that. So we're just going to go ahead and go with it. All right. Now, let's see what we have. I'm thinking I need the title first. And in the sketch, where did they have the title? Hang on one second. I turned off and I lost the sketch. Okay. So the title was way up here. Now I do have that Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm thinking I'm gonna push it up and put my title below, and then I'll do a bunch of hearts across the top like it has in the sketch, but have my title below. And we've got hugs and kisses, adore, love, big hugs, sweet. And then I also have these, I love you. And we have Valentine, be my Valentine. I think I'm gonna go kind of like big hugs. We're gonna go with big hugs. So let's go ahead and glue this down. And I know I want it more to the side. Okay, that looks straight. And then there should be enough room for big hugs. I'm not wanting to cover up all of this, but maybe. Nope, I don't like that either. Because it's covering up that little bit of marble paper underneath. All right, we're just gonna go with it because I think it still looks better here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this marble piece out. We're gonna go ahead and put the big hugs here. And I'm not pushing all the way down yet. And that way we can stick the marble piece here and still be able to see those colors. And then again, get that layering look that was in the sketch. Now I'll put it down. So I need something up here. And kind of like this. Because again, we get a little bit of the layering. do that one. I'm just trying to go and get that like line of hearts going. And my thinking is that they don't have to be in a row like the sketch had. I can cluster these up and get the feel of it. So we have this, and we can kind of flatten those out. Again, we don't want to cover up the marble paper too much. And then we can do a B-line. And I think these two need a little help with the adhesive because they're not sticking anymore. All right. I'm thinking it needs to come down a little. All right. There. Now that heart stands out. This one's going to go a little higher up, like that. And then I think this one needs a little help with the adhesive too. Probably this one. There we go. Yep, got adhesive on Everett. You don't want that. And the last thing I need to do is put a little twine down here because we cannot have naked tag holes on a layout that's going to be on Sandy's page because that's just unacceptable. All right, I think we're going to call this one done. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Make sure it's not crooked. It's looking a tad bit crooked. There we go. That's better. I'm going to add a little adhesive to this one too. There. And then, let's see what else we want. Do want to get this one on because it's just laying on my desk. It fell out of the layout yesterday and I don't want to have to dig my embellishments back out to find the packaging. So we'll add another heart there. And then we did have that wood veneer. Oh, we have a couple butterflies. we want any butterflies on here? Or a camera? I like the camera. Got the camera there. Yeah, let's add some butterflies. Just add something different. Now this will not make the top 10 for Sandy because she doesn't like butterflies, but I do. And you do you. I'll do me. All right, let's get these other two on. Don't want to cover the toes. And let's see. Put that one there. And that one. No, I thought I liked it there, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't. It's looking too stacked. There. All right, I like that better. Now I have the butterflies in 3 places, but they don't look stacked. The camera looks okay there. And we've got lots of hearts. We have our twine. I think we're going to call this one done. I'm pretty happy with how it looks, and we'll get another layout in Everett's album, his first Valentine with in the family, all the milestones. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this cute little Valentine's Day layout on Valentine's Day. Please make sure you check out everyone who's playing along on Sandy's Facebook group with which is Scrapping Reflections. And I will see you again on my channel real soon for another process video. Have a great day. Stay scrappy. Bye-bye.